Yo, what is up? Welcome back to the People Show. HVAC Nights. We're down one, but me and Kurt are here and ready to get the show started.
What's going on, man?
I'm doing pretty good, but as you can see, I'm wearing a hoodie today. I was actually gonna put my hoodies away. We had 90 degrees all week, pretty hot. And then I had not been checking the weather. Randomly, it's like 50 now and it's wet outside. So now I got the hoodie back on.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a change in the temperature, not much.
Yeah, I hadn't been following, but I have been doing like no cool calls. Like I already have been working on ACs and stuff. And then this cold front came in and I've been doing like ice machine work and little refrigerator work and here and there.
Yeah, I've been doing some no cooling calls myself.
So is it cold right now or is it just in
It's
between?
cool. It's cool. It's not cold.
What's cool to you?
55 degrees.
It's cold for me. I was like, right now it's like 50, low 50s, and I'm like, oh man, it's cold. We're not used to it. What's up, Steve? We got everything HVACR in here. Uh, yeah, we just started. I know people will come in right now. We were supposed to have somebody. Where's Hollywood? Jake is running a little bit late. He'll be here in a few minutes.
Now, wait a minute. I thought you were Hollywood.
I don't know. I thought Brett was Hollywood. I don't know who's Hollywood, but what was I gonna say? We were supposed to have somebody else come on and talk about some stuff, but I think he got stuck on an install. His famous last words in my text was seems easy enough. And you know how that goes when you underestimate a call.
Yeah.
You know how that goes, right? It's like it looks easy, but then like it takes you all day.
Yeah.
Been there plenty of times, dude.
I had what I thought was going to be a full day scheduled, and two of my calls were just to give somebody advice.
Today?
Yeah, one of them, it was an elderly woman, and she said, "When I turn it down, the temperature doesn't go down." And she had it set on heat. I told her switch it to air conditioning, and it'll work.
Hmm.
Simple calls like that. The other one was telling them to change the filters.
Yeah, that happens. Like I mean, I do commercial and unfortunately I have to go in and tell them like it was just that. Like I had one like that where it was they were complaining about it being hot in there and I go there and the damn heater's on. I'm like, well, what's going on here? But just switch it back and you're good. And plenty of calls for filters. I have one customer that is notorious for forgetting to change out the filters and stuff like that. But it's like I'm billing my
I know
minimum
it.
here. Yeah.
I know it. I have recently quit doing my tune-ups or my preventive maintenances for a low price, because with all that I'm doing on my preventive maintenances, I should be billing out more than I am. I'm billing out probably 50% more than I used to now.
You never know what to charge. When we started, I gave away way too much work, right? Because you don't know what to charge. You don't think it's that much, or I don't know. There's different reasons why you charge the way you charge, and then it's like, oh shit, I should have been charging more. And you go out there and you need to make that money that for your day and stuff. So
I know it. I
and
was.
my dad struggled with that because he used to feel bad, for the customers because like he's always everybody's best friend, and they would want, or he would do them favors and stuff like that, and I'm over here like we need to charge for everything, and we balanced it out, but like it's like that, like the dumb little calls, they wouldn't want to be charged for you going and just telling them to do something, right? Turn on this or turn on that. I had one that was a reach-in cooler, like a prep cooler. So that's where they make the pizza, they build it and everything. There's a switch in the front to turn on the top, and then there's a switch in the back to turn on the whole unit because it's separated, uh, bottom and top and all that. They didn't turn on the second switch, which was the main power switch, and they were like, "Oh, this one in the front, like we turn it on, nothing happens, and this and that." And I go out there and I'm like, I feel bad, and I'm always like, "Okay, look, like I don't know how to change it, but I'm just gonna show you real quick. There's a switch in the back." And I was like, "I'm gonna bill, my time coming out and all that, but
Next time, check the switch.
right?" Yeah,
Is it,
we've had a bunch of those.
sometimes it's something like that, or batteries in the thermostat.
Oh yeah, I think we touched on that last time, and I told or Jake was talking about, yeah, them batteries cost more when it's us putting them in, and I'll give him a chance. I'll be like, "Do you have any batteries? Go switch them out. Do what you need to do. I'm just charging for the time or the trip." And yeah, I mean that one's a famous one too. I think we still have a lot of them that use batteries in the commercial fast food stuff.
I've been watching some more commercial videos.
On YouTube?
Yeah, I kind of get burnt out on watching a certain type of video, and I'll start watching something else.
Yeah, recently I started just going through my feed, like the home feed or whatever, and just whatever pops up, try and click on it. So I found a guy that does nothing but ice machines, so I got intrigued by that. And then I've seen some other guys popping up, starting out their YouTube channel, and it's like supermarkets or like dollar stores, Walmarts, stuff that I don't get to do, and that's what I look for.
There's somebody that I just started following. See if I can find him. He's a maintenance man at an apartment complex,
There's a couple of them. I've seen a couple.
and he's got a great channel. Here he is.
Oh, so you
Um,
got to shout him out so I can see if I follow him or not.
Let me see. Apartment Maintenance Pro.
Okay, I've not heard of that one. I'm gonna go check that one out.
He's got 31,000 subscribers, and I just watched him do a condenser change out, and the dude did it like a pro, man. He did
Oh,
really
okay.
good work.
I was gonna say, like, he actually do good
Low
work and stuff.
nitrogen, and he did everything right.
Well, he's already better than half the HVAC techs out there.
Yeah, I watched that. He didn't do any talking through the video. He just filmed it and did everything right. And I thought, man, this was. I don't watch a lot of videos all the way through, and I watched his from beginning to end. I thought that was pretty good.
So no talking, no nothing explaining.
Not in that video.
Oh, okay, but I guess he's done different kinds.
Yeah, he does other stuff, but dang, that was pretty good. So I subbed to him.
Yeah, I guess I've thought of that. Like, there's different ways to do the content that we do, but I never know how the video will do. Like, it might not get as many views. I have one right now that is not even doing well that I just posted. So I was like, oh, maybe I should switch it up. But like sometimes, just showing the work all the way through without even talking is one way to do it. And then
I did one like that. I was planning on doing a voiceover. Remember,
I thought of that too. Yeah.
I was going to do it in Spanish and then English, and I ended up just publishing the video without my voice.
Did it do well? I haven't checked on it.
It was okay. It
Okay.
wasn't spectacular.
Mine's been up and down. Like I said, I had one recently that got like half as many views as I usually get. Somebody mentioned that I might be shadow banned. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Like, I don't know how that works.
What?
Shadow banned. I don't know if you heard of that.
No.
I guess it's like I've seen it on TikTok, and actually YouTube did restrict one of my videos recently, but it's like where they won't push it out as much, I guess, or certain people won't see it. But the one that I know that was restricted because it told me was the one that I did, and I posted it on Instagram and TikTok. It's the guy showing off that little mini torch set. I don't know if you've seen those, the Ambro controls. So I guess they restricted it because he's playing with the flame, and he's like trying to put it up against his hand that he can't feel it.
Uh,
So I what do you call it? Appealed it, but we'll see what they say. Because it said it's restricted and I don't know what, but it's a
well,
short.
I had one that was partially blocked because of music.
Yeah, that's the one that's what I try to avoid, the music part of it. But like, I was like, well, why is this one
I had
restricted?
one that was partially blocked, and I could not monetize that I published yesterday. I had to pull it,
Mm,
re-edit, take out the sound, and republish.
is that so? It's because of music, like
Music playing in the background.
oh, like the music that you're listening to, right? Like
No, it was at a hair salon, and they were playing music,
oh
and it came through on the video.
oh yeah, that happens to me because of the kitchen work that I do. So they'll play music in the kitchens,
Uh huh.
and I always have to just I always end up just muting that part like entirely just to
Yeah,
avoid that.
you about
But
got to.
yeah, but like I think it's because I've seen some of your videos where you're like listening to music on your speaker or something and it plays through. Has that ever affected it?
Yeah, you can. It has to be very limited, like a very short period of time.
Yeah, I haven't learned all that part of it because I know people get away with it.
It has to be very limited.
Yeah, guys, Jake will be here soon. Where's the ginger? I don't know how he's gonna feel about that one. Where's the noisy guy from Florida? What's
The
up,
no-
HVAC technology? What was that?
the noisy guy from Florida. Is that what somebody said?
Yeah, yeah. Neil C vids. What's up, Mark? What's up, Steve? Yeah, somebody. I think Steve had mentioned this other one, Subcool HVAC. I think that one's been recommended to me before too. I don't know if I looked it up yet.
Sub
There,
HVAC.
yeah, because I used to watch the same like three people, and then like recently, I don't like to watch the same thing over and over, so I'll look for new stuff.
Let me see. Subcool HVAC. Looks like he's just getting started. I mean, he's got 2.62 thousand subscribers, but
No, it's
I'll
not
go
bad.
ahead and I'll go ahead and subscribe. That way, they'll recommend his videos.
There you go. Yeah, there's a few that had just started, and like I'm like excited to see what they're gonna do, but then they just stop. It's hard. It's hard to do the videos, the social media stuff.
Well, some people get stopped by their employers or
Yeah, there was one Kelly something HVAC, and his employer made him pull all his videos down. And then he was gonna try and do like live streaming instead to talk to just viewers, and I guess that never went through, or that never happened.
yeah, he had an somebody he worked with who was also doing videos. They both had to stop.
Oh, really? Dang. That was uh oh, is that damn, I don't
He's in
remember the name.
Georgia with me.
Okay, there was another one that started his own business. I can't think of the damn name right now. And I thought that meant he was going to get back to it, but then he probably got too busy running his business. So it's because I just had a couple of those conversations on my podcast. Like it's a whole other job to be doing this stuff, and I'm getting tired of posting like myself. I'm like, I don't know. At some point, I need to take like a break.
Yeah, it is a full time job. You got to get it to where it pays like a full time job, though.
Some guys do. I
I
mean,
know.
that's the goal, right? That's the goal. I don't know how you do it, dude.
What, posting every day?
Yeah, I don't know how you do it.
Well, you're posting something almost every day on some kind of platform.
I'm trying to. Recently, like you were talking about, which one was it? Instagram that you had one video that did well, right?
Yeah.
And then that's getting you followers. Like that's happening to me right now on TikTok. I had that one about the amber torches start doing well, and I just got like an influx of followers, but like that is tiring too, like trying to build up each platform. So like I built up Instagram, I built up YouTube, and now I'm trying to do that for TikTok, and it's like, damn.
Yeah, it's difficult.
So yeah, we'll see.
I'm trying to put forth an effort on Instagram. I'm not just blowing it off.
Yeah. Steve says kudos to you, Curtis, because consistency does help. Posting every day is hard.
It is.
Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, we're waiting on Kraus to come in, but man, so have you seen those mini torches? Because I'm getting a lot of questions now because that video is like blowing up a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Go
have you
ahead.
seen them in person?
No.
Oh, okay. That was gonna be my question because like they look cool, but I'm afraid of how long they'll last, basically.
Well, I don't mind being able to have that pinpoint precise heat,
Yeah, that was
but
cool.
I also need enough of a torch tip to give me some serious heat sometimes. So
Yeah,
the
because I
mini
have
torches don't look like they can do that.
that's what people ask me. I have a similar hose and torch kit that I put on my regular oxygen acetylene, right? So it's like that flexible hose, and it's a smaller torch tip and everything. But they gave me like, or like when I bought it, it came with like a something similar to like a number two tip, a rosebud, and then a twin flame, twin tip.
Yeah.
So like the rosebud is awesome, and then the twin flame is really cool too. So I've done up to 7/8. That's usually what I braise. I don't really braise like anything like 1 inch or over. So for that, it did well.
We'll see. I use the number 3,
Okay.
and it can do 7/8. I can get it
Yeah, I've always
just unswept seven
yeah,
eight.
I've always been stuck on number two. That's usually what I go with. And I'm really bad about changing out the tip because I have like smaller tips and everything, like if I'm working on smaller equipment, but I just go with the number two on everything. You change them out or you just use the number three all the way?
If I can, I'll use the number 3 through the whole process.
Yeah, like I had bought extra tips or I got like the kit or something. I don't remember what it came with, but just stuck on number two.
3 small enough where you can get a small flame, but it's big enough where you can get some serious heat.
Yeah, like you haven't done any like how-to videos or stuff like that, right? Because people
What
have
on my
asked me about,
torches?
yeah, people have asked me about brazing.
No, I did a how-to video on how to make a hook, your own
Oh,
personal hook.
yeah, I need to do that because everybody recommends that Captain Hook tip,
Yeah.
and it looks cool.
I kind of made my own little hook so I could reach around corners.
Yeah, I need to go back and look at that one. Because I need something like that. Because I bought the kit that came with the twin flame, and that helps for certain things, but it's not that. It's not the hook that you can go around the corner. But yeah, like that torch hose thing that I bought, it's super light and all that, but like I don't do a lot of bigger piping. I think I only go up to 7/8. It does fine. Even when I had the number two, it did fine. But I don't know. People have been asking me like about brazing in general, like setting it up, what kind of flame to get. Because it's all about your like your flame control and how you that's how well you're gonna be able to unsweat and braise in something.
Yeah, it took a lot of just doing it to figure out the way that I like to have it. I know people talk about do you run it 10 and 15 or 5 and 10 and stuff like that on your pressures. I basically just turn them up and regulate my pressures on my torch tip.
Yeah. Yeah, you can because I used to run them a lot higher. Like I think I was in the 20s. Like I didn't even know what I was doing. I couldn't remember how to set them when I started. And then I realized that I think the standard is like 5 and 10, right? So like I'll try and do that, but honestly, like you said, if you just turn them up or turn them on and then regulate it yourself, like you'll know how to get that flame.
Yeah, that's basically what I do. I just regulated it on the torch.
Yeah, like I don't know, just with those Ambro, like I'm gonna look through the comments real quick, but that Ambro one, I did get feedback on it that the like for some people the oxygen would run out way too quick. But it's like it's one of those things that is cool as an option. But then somebody told me that it's like $500. I was like, oh shit, I don't know if I want a $500 like backup torch, you know?
Yeah. I see you reading the comments.
I'm trying to. There was a bunch that came in right now. Yeah, Steve said he told his boss early on when his YouTube started. He's doing pretty well too right now. Let's see. Oh, we got a question, I think. Have you ever done a leak search where you couldn't find anything, but the system passed a 400 psi pressure test, pulled and held a vacuum under 500 microns, used a leak detector and trace gas? So how do you know you have a leak? Is it like you went back to it after it leaked out?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Because like what everything he mentioned there, there's always one that tells you that there's a leak. Because
Usually, the microns, if it won't hold under 500 or even 1,000, if it won't hold under 1,000, there's something wrong.
yeah, like I tell people like under 1,000, like you're starting to look good, right? And then depending on how deep you can pull it, it also depends on how old the system is. But usually, I've had one where the microns went down under 1,000 and maybe under 700, and then it did leak out afterwards. I didn't do my pressure test though. Um, that's why now I try to do everything because I don't want to go back or get called back. But the PSI part, the only thing with that is for me, you have to see what your equipment is rated for because it'll tell you like how much. I don't know. I don't know if you have like just a standard that you go with. Like, are you always putting 400 PSI, or do you? Does it vary on different equipment?
Sometimes it varies for me what's in my tank.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. Like sometimes we don't have enough to do that. I've been there too. But usually one of those that he mentioned gives you the red flag.
Yeah.
That's kind of impressive that it passed all that. Not unless it was a service port. That has happened to me
Oh, yes.
where everything checks out fine and then you disconnect and you see the service port bubbling up or something.
Mm-hmm.
And funny enough, I just had Tony from Field Piece on. We're talking about core removal tools because they have their new ones coming out.
They got new ones.
They look really nice.
Well, I like the sight glass where you can at least see that you've got it that far.
Yeah, that was one thing that I kept saying through the episode we recorded. Like, how did nobody ever think of that? Because that is like the main issue that I have is I never know if I have the damn thing.
I have on my Appions.
Hey, fella.
There he is.
On my Appions, I squeeze the tip so that when I
Oh, yeah.
press on,
Don't squeeze the tip, Kurt. Bad things can happen.
I know it's latched on, but I can still lose it.
We're talking about core removal tools. If you didn't hear.
Nice. Yeah. My favorite is the CPS right now.
I just bought the Appion ones, right? And they're nice. But I was telling Kurt that I had Tony from Field Piece on my podcast.
Oh.
And I was like, dude, why did y'all wait so long? Because I was like, I literally just bought these. If I would have known Field Piece had theirs out, I would have bought those instead. I still want to buy them though.
They're expensive.
They are, but they got the sight glass. I was like, do you get it on the first try every time?
Bro, there's only one way to do it.
How?
The right way.
Let's just unscrew it and let it blow out. And
That's it, dude.
That's what I was telling him. I was telling Tony, I was like, they always get stuck in there somehow. And I know some people said to back off a little bit on the whole tool because it's a gasket or something. But like I've had to do that plenty of times where I can't get it out, but you loosened it, so you just like let the pressure kick it out,
blow it out.
Yeah, every time, and then you're like, where it is, it's over. Whatever.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
exactly. But
it becomes a tiny little projectile.
Oh yeah, because I've had my brother on calls like that. I'm like, get out of the way, watch out. This can go through, and just it's like you said, a projectile.
What's the one that's I use the CPS ones, and they got like 2 caps on the end, which is really nice. So you can hold on to something and turn it instead of like thumbing it and then twisting with your thumb right there. You got 2 caps. Makes it a little bit longer, but it's fantastic.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's a little bit bigger, but I mean, it's just like an extra cap on the end. I like them. If you just watch my videos, you'll see them in there.
I have the Yellow Jacket one. I think this is Yellow Jacket. Appion, and then I had a C&D one, and I broke that one. I don't know how, but I broke it.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Yellow Jacket has one. It's almost like a torque one that like clicks once you have it in place.
Oh yeah, that one's kind of cool.
That'd be dope.
But you got to buy like the kit. I think it's like different pieces to it.
Yeah, always something more you got to get.
But we were just talking about this comment right here. The leak search passed it pressure test, pulled a vacuum under 500 microns, and he used a leak detector, bubbles, and trace gas, and he had a leak. Couldn't find it. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, like you'll just boost it up, or the ones are like when it's I guess now, yes. Short answer, yes. But when it comes to that, like you generally know where to look now. Like say like the little cap tubes on the Goodmans, like right at the bubble, like right at the tip where they all come out, and you got to do the whole condenser coil, or like you'll look on a router ream at the high pressure switch or something like that, like where it's so micro, and it's gone. But I've done that.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, usually one of those shows you that there's a leak, right? Like I've had them pull down in microns, but they won't pass like a pressure test or something, or I get bubbles or something. But I was saying maybe it's a service port, because that's the last thing you think it is, right? Like,
but you know something, when that happens, what do? Do you continue on with your repair, charge it up and go home, or do you stop and say, hey, I got to find this?
So do you want to answer that first? Mine's gonna be a long one, right? I got 5 options. I always give them, right? It's gonna be dependent on the situation as well. So you got 5 options. First one's do nothing, like, hey, you're low, yada yada. 2, gas and go. Hell, did it do it? Let's go, bruh.
Here we go.
And we're there. Okay, so we got the nothing, gas and go. You can do try to leak seal type thing. It's an option. If it's over, I always do it like if the system's out of warranty. I don't want to do it if it's in warranty. System replacement is an option. And then, hey, we do an isolation test. So we would cut everything.
That's like the last thing to do.
So, but either way, so you give them those options, and it's like, hey, you just want to gas it up? I'm cool with it. Like it might just blow out. Yeah. By the time I leave here, it's running. You pay me. There's no warranty for that.
That's the one that I just had, the bar cooler that I was talking about a couple of weeks ago with the guy that ghosted me. Oh, yeah. He had a bar cooler, and I'm like, well, it's low on charge. Obviously, there's a leak, but he wanted a gas and go, and I offered the leak seal because it was an old unit, and he sounded like he really didn't want to like put money into it. So I was like, I can gas and go, but like I recommended a leak seal just in case because it's a small enough equipment
Sure.
that it should work or it could work. And sure enough, it didn't last. Like a month or a couple weeks later, it emptied out again, or it went low on charge. And but he was cool with it. He's like, I know I chose that, and then he wanted me to go back with the leak seal, but then that I had that whole thing where he didn't even want or approve the quote that I did for the walk-in. So haven't been back.
And there we go. What do you do? Like, do you have to have them like sign something to like, hey, this is what you, that way in case they'd be like, hey, you screwed me out of something. Do you have something?
I write everything in the invoice. I don't have anything.
Oh, so like your
Other than
CRM, your CRM does that?
If you want to use Jobber and have it automated and
For sure.
have the best communication with your customers,
Yeah, it's
you
perfect.
can use Jobber.
That's awesome. I love that.
I love your hat. I love your hat, by the way.
This one? Oh yeah, this is the new one. It's got the eagle on it. It's Trollco clothing. They also have new like drinkware. They have a mini keg, which is fantastic. Oh, Kurt, what you got there? Fantastic.
Oh, we got
only my favorite sweatshirt.
Let's go, right? Hey, I got the seal. We got the seal right there, go. Represent. We're here for it.
Or if you want HVAC Nights merch, you can also go to hvacnights.com.
Discount code what? Reliable.
There is no discount code right now. They got to pay full price.
Dude, I need to get me a sponsor or something.
Hey,
the troll clothing is nice.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I'm with it. I am with it. So, yeah, guys.
How'd that one happen? They just hit you up on Instagram or something?
Yeah, there's like an ambassador thing. Like, hey, really, you fit the blue collar mold and yada yada, and then they just like kind of just go through everything like an onboarding process, and you're in. It's not like it's cool. It's cool. We can like discuss it.
You're still doing it, right?
Yeah.
Like you have your well, you said you had your discount code still and everything, but
yeah,
they I don't know. I was looking through it. I'll order one eventually, but they have some cool clothes.
Oh, they got a good. I just ordered a T-shirt from them.
My man, you used my discount code, bro?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, thank God. I need
it was a T-shirt that said "Skilled labor isn't cheap. Cheap labor isn't skilled."
I got that one too, bro. Let's go. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Because it's true. It's like what are the three options? Or we got three options. You can do and you pick two. You know that one? It's like sweet balloons. You can do get it, Kurt. Just hold it, bro. Yeah, we'll wait it out. There it is. So it's like, do you want it good and do you want it good, fast, or cheap? Like, and then you pick two. Right?
Oh, if you use Jobber, you can do a good, better, and best option.
Oh, great! I love that. Can you change the names for that though? Like platinum, bronze.
Yeah, that's one of the things they pitched to me when I had started with them, and I was like, well, like we don't do a lot of that, the customer. If I did residential, that would be a cool thing to do, right?
Like
the packages.
The top one would be, hey, you want reliable, and then just pick some other companies that are like shitty. Like, you guys want the reliable package or the not so reliable?
Hey, I want to hold on to that idea. I'm gonna do something with that.
Oh, well.
I was looking at Steve's comment. He says he feels like he follows children practicing HVAC all day.
That's awesome.
Well, he's probably the senior tech by now.
He holds it down, bro. Oh yeah, that was a good one. The fuck was I was getting ready to say something good. I forget what I was gonna say.
Fast, cheap, or good.
Fast, cheap, or good. Yep. And then you pick the two. It's like, oh well, I want cheap and good with it, or I want. Well, how's that right? I want fast and cheap. Well, it ain't gonna be good. Well, I want cheap and fast, or what I'm trying to say. God dang it! No, I'm just
go on your tangent. Just let it ride.
No, I can't. I'm done. I give up. There goes my life. There goes my life.
When I was first starting out in business, I was going after a particular property management company that has thousands and thousands of properties. And I got in with them. They gave me a couple jobs, and one of the first ones was a compressor. And I gave them my price for a compressor, and I could hear the boss in the background complaining. I really wanted to nail down this company, but I already had a good price on it, and he was complaining about it. And I kind of lost my cool there for a second, and I said, "Well, then do it yourself."
Damn. Get him, son.
I
And
have to watch what I say sometimes, but yeah, go ahead.
and I got the job to do the compressor, but I didn't nail down that company. And it turns out it's not one that I wanted because they want everything
Mm,
cheap, cheap, cheap.
Yeah.
So it worked out for the best.
That wouldn't be sustainable.
Mm-mm.
no, and I've had to catch myself. I don't know, like I feel like it gets worse the older I get too, but I've always dealt with customers like that. So then I'm always like trying not to think out loud because like it's never a good thing. And I've caught myself a couple times where I'm like, shit, I need to just walk out or step away.
For sure. It's hard sometimes to like bite your tongue, like especially when they're like trying to like in a sense like undermine you or something. And you're just like, so if you remember that one I told y'all about the bad review and shit.
Yeah.
Well, guess what we just did? We had to go repair something. You know what I mean? It's like, but you still fucking called. You know what I mean?
What was the original? Why did she leave the bad review? Like what did y'all do for her?
So I did I talked back obviously. Like so what happened is like they wanted the house maintained at 72 and it was 4th of
Oh,
July.
that one.
Yeah, and it was like 4th of July, south facing house. Doors were open, people were in and out, having a cookout, yada yada yada. I get there, it's 72 in the house. She just said it was the day before, and they were doing laundry too. It was just a small townhouse, nothing, anything crazy. I just told her expectations were too high, and I was but I try to say it like that, but like I can come off like, "Wah!" And she was like, and I just like was chuckling because like she was like getting me, you know, I could have just been mean, but I didn't. And she was like, he just laughed his way out of my door. And so I just was like really polite this time and just did the job, and that was it. Whatever.
Was she nicer this time?
Yeah, it was cool. You know, it's cordial. It was
Okay.
like awkwardly cordial, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Okay,
like
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Of course. Yeah, I got you.
yeah, before you came in, me and Kurt were talking about some because Kurt was saying that he ran some calls today about the thermostat was accidentally like on heat or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then filters, batteries, whatever it may be. Because I had one not too long ago where it's like they have switches on the cooler and they forgot to turn on the switch in the back. Things like that, we have to go out there and I try to think about what I'm going to say because I'm like, not to be rude or anything, but there's a damn switch over here that you should have turned on or this and that, like whatever. But sometimes you get called out for
And you always
dumb
now
things like that.
so we had an incident not like that today, but we were next to a house that we went to a call that was like the lady was getting dementia, right? And she had her system on heat, and this was a weekend call, and I didn't run it. It was actually Q, the homie, and he I was like, "Yo, you didn't charge her, did you?" Because we did the maintenance at the house next to it. He was like, "Nah, I couldn't bring myself to do it." You know what I mean? And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't have either, because I mean, this is a lady who's like parents were dead that she thought was still alive. You know what I mean? Things like that, and she's now in a facility. But what y'all's like thoughts on like generally I'm all about charging. Like I don't care. Regardless, I'm gonna get my $99. You know what I mean? Even if it's
I decide when I work for free.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm not gonna let somebody else tell me.
Yeah. Oh, you shouldn't charge me for that, bud.
No, I'm not gonna let somebody else tell me. But if I want to, I'll do something like that.
Yeah. It's just like, man, poor thing. Like doesn't know what she's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, we had kind of talked about that too a little bit, like for the dumb calls, like we still charge, we showed up, we it's
Oh
not
yeah.
our fault that something was turned off or something like that.
Yep.
Or batteries, filters. I have that one customer that always forgets to change their filters, stuff like that. And you can see the look on their face, when they realize what happens and then it just drops and they're like, oh, okay. But
Mhm.
yeah, my dad used to try to do a lot of favors, like with the calls or with stuff like that. And I was always like, we need to charge like for everything, right?
Mhm.
Like and I wanted to raise our prices and stuff like that, but he was always worried about like competition, and it
For
was
sure.
pretty bad at one point. Like there was a lot of cheap companies out here. It's kind of leveled off now to where those come and go, and then there's others that stick around that they charge probably more than we do, and everybody gets to eat. But yeah, that was a whole balance. But we will still do those kinds of favors where we shave off
Yeah.
30 minutes, an hour of the labor, or something, and take care of the good customers that we've had.
Well, like if I ever have to open up a system, my estimate starts at 4 hours.
That's yeah. Like, are you? Do you mean when you open up like the refrigeration? Like, is that what you're talking about?
Like if I have to do an evaporator coil
Yeah,
compressor,
it's like
something
minimum.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Estimate
we do
starts at 4 hours.
yeah, we do 4 or 5 hours usually.
But like an evaporator coil sometimes can be 2.5.
for sure. Yeah,
And I have had customers say, your bill says 4 hours, but it only took you 2.5. And I tell them my estimate said 4 hours and you approved it.
yeah, straight up.
Yeah, and that's where we're on our side. Customers kind of screwed themselves when they wanted quotes for everything. Of
Mhm.
course,
I
we're going
know.
to quote over, right?
For sure.
So like when they wanted that in writing every time, like for stupid things, for contactors, for anything that was on the spot, and I also had to factor in that we have to come back, stuff like that. So I would charge the trip out there to diagnose, and then they implemented that thing that they wanted quotes and everything and approval and all that. So I charge for the trip out there. I'd leave, and then I give them a quote, and of course we're going to charge over just in case, because we don't know what'll happen.
Yeah,
Didn't last long. They went back to the old ways.
we
But,
flat rate.
but I estimate 4 hours because in any one of those calls, something can happen and cause it to last 4 hours.
Oh yeah. Now, what if you go over?
I try to stick to my estimate.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
same.
hard. Yeah.
Yep. We flat rate it, so like regardless if it's over, that's the price. If it's under, that's the price. And like you said, they signed the estimate, so regardless, we
Yep.
have an understanding between one another.
I just saw in the comments somebody talking about a 2 hour minimum when you go out on a call. Do y'all have a 1 hour minimum or anything like that?
Like in terms of like what? Like
Like
charging?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just have a dispatch fee is what we do, and then we build it off of that.
Well, I do if I'm doing a repair,
Mm-hmm.
I have a 1 hour minimum.
So say you do that. Do you have a dispatch or like a diagnostic fee or anything?
Yes.
So you have that fee, and then you have the hour of labor, and then you have the part, right? Like say it's capacitor. So it'd be like 3 items itemized on your invoice that they would get.
Yes.
Okay.
But for example, for rental companies,
Mm-hmm.
I don't charge them a diagnostic. I just do labor
Okay.
and parts.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's a way to, hey, you're getting.
So, but even if it just takes me 15, 30 minutes, I'm still charging 1 hour.
Okay. Yeah.
But they were
Yeah,
talking
for
about a 2 hour minimum. A 2 hour minimum
Gotcha. We don't
that would
charge.
generate more income.
We're just flat rate. That's how we do it. So
yeah,
that's probably
I try to stick to the like an hour and a half minimum, and then like ours are a lot of traveling, so I'm charging for traveling and all that. So I got to make it worth it to get out there.
You got to.
Okay. See, there's so many ways you can do it. Like I said.
Yeah, because we got rid of the service fee, the trip fee, whatever we used to call it, because that's what my dad was used to at his other company. But we tried to simplify it. So there's just honestly, it's just a minimum to get us out there, and then that's built into the labor. And like I said, ours is a lot of traveling, so we just factor that into the invoice and go about it that way. Because a lot of our customers are longtime customers too. So like Kurt was saying, he doesn't charge them like the property that you have, that you waive one of the fees.
Property management companies they give me multiple calls.
Yeah, that's like us. Like a lot of our customers like give us like 15 to 20 stores each. So like we don't charge that fee every time. And then sometimes we get there and they have multiple calls for us,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's different ways to do it.
That can be frustrating if you got a schedule with 4, 5, 6 calls, and then you get to one and they say, "Hey, we got
Oh,
3
by the
more
way,
over here."
Yeah.
every
Yeah,
time.
it happens all the time.
Oh man, yeah, they hit you with that one. They definitely do. That's funny.
There have been times when I've had to tell them, "Okay, I'm gonna get this one, but I'm gonna put those other 3 on the schedule."
That's what
Yeah.
Depending how it's like, I'm like, but at the same time, you're there. You're like, shit, I could probably do this. I'll do this.
Like
right.
because the extra trip sucks.
Yeah, you're just like thinking in your head, like,
I'm doing that all the time. I always think about or I estimate how long a call will take me, and I'm always like thinking about my schedule throughout the day, like trying to see what I can fit in, or when am I going to finish this one so I can get to the next one. Like my brain is always doing that scheduling in my head, like constantly. So I get you. I'm always trying to see like, oh, can I squeeze that call in right now? Like how long will it take me and this and that.
yeah, it's like I'm here.
Well,
good.
Yeah, what sucks is because I want to learn the hot side because of that. Because when they tell us like, oh, we have something else, right?
You're already there, and
yeah, like the other day, and it happens quite often. That's what I'm saying. Like they'll be like, oh, our oven is down. Can you guys look at it, or can you look at it, or anything like that? And I'm like, oh, like I got to make a call. I got to get like one of our hot techs out here.
One of them good-looking techs, yeah.
Hot side techs.
My dad is a pretty good-looking guy. We'll get him here for you. Yeah, no, dude, you got to corner it like that. We was actually just talking about you the other day. I'm like, yeah, they do the refrigeration. He does the hot side. It's like, yo, they cornered, like they locked it in. Like, if you
yeah, that was my dad's whole like vision with it.
That's the way to do it. If you can do it, and then if you can do it, that'd be good, man.
Well, he saw it because he's like, I went to go start as a helper for him, and he's like, no, I need you to do refrigeration.
Yeah,
he's
please
like, do that.
They ask me all the time.
Yeah. Oh boy. What's up? True results.
True results in the building.
C Young HVAC is in here too. Jason Johnson. A lot of cool dudes.
Mr.
Yeah. Something I was watching one of these guys on YouTube, and it's something like legit.
He said, "Fuck
HVAC.
Nitrogen. Fuck your nitrogen."
It's like legit something, and the guy's getting out the van, and he goes up to the customer and shakes his hand and goes, "We're legit."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't mean to cuss at you there, but did you see that one? He did one where he was like, I like him. I like his like little.
I didn't know what the hell you were talking about.
Okay, so he did a video where it says "fuck nitrogen," basically saying like you don't need to use nitrogen to braise, and he's like, I see people cut it open all the time, and they cut it like where the braise joint is. He goes, I ain't never seen one clog up a TXV, and he just goes down a whole rabbit hole, and I'm just like, nah.
Oh, legit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to go look at that now.
Yeah. I was like I don't know. He's like, I ain't never seen. I get that, like, but like because he opens up the TXV, he's like, I don't see nothing in there. But like, you got to split the TXV. It wasn't like he didn't like cut it, but like those damn particles are so damn small. You know what I mean? It definitely does it, dude. Like I promise you, like
it can happen
as a service. Like from when I've seen dudes who didn't do it and how often we would have to do something about that, versus like my practices. Like I haven't had like I would go to units within 6 months, no bullshit, at like older companies, and we'd have to replace it. I've been doing it by myself for 2 years, not a one on mine. You know what I mean? So
isn't it weird like that? Because like you said, like I used to work with other guys and all that, and I didn't know about a lot of this stuff because they didn't do it, right? So like, why are we going back to the same? Like it might not be like you said within a week or a month. It might be like 6 months or so later, and then the unit's trash or something's wrong with it. Compressor gave out, whatever it is. And then now that I do it on like, and I knew it was wrong. Like I went to school and I tried to tell them, but that's a whole other conversation. But now that I do it on my own and I've done it, no news is good news, right? You fix the unit, and then like you're like, shit, did they call somebody else or anything like that? That was always in my head when I first
Yeah,
started
for sure.
doing this, right? And I'm like, shit. And it's like, no, you fixed it really good to where like it didn't break down again. So there is that,
For
Yeah.
sure.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I've worked at
What's up,
multiple
Tito?
companies, and I've had people subbing doing installs for me, even other companies doing installs for me, and they're not running nitrogen or using a micron gauge, and I would get pissed about it.
Yeah, for sure. That's how a lot of them cats would be, though. Because I heard something. Anyways, is that me? Okay, sorry. Anyways, did you hear that? Or was it just
It's you.
okay?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm like it's in my head. Like yeah, no, for sure. Like I used to like work with a guy. He was like so particular. It's Jamaican cat, Sean. Shout out Sean. And he would always like he was just like, no, 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 you gotta do it this. I'm like, Sean, I ain't got time for that shit, dog. I'm trying to get this in and get out. You know what I mean? I didn't. That was just me. That was younger me, and now I do.
All right, I'm gonna have to go check out this guy's
Oh yeah, yeah. Did
panel.
yeah, yes, Mark, I saw that. Yeah, he was
Auto
I
driving.
didn't see that.
He made it. He's safe. He also had one where he was recording someone else getting hit, and he got out and helped them or something. I'm like, this man got some action, bro, and he's in
Oh,
Texas.
shit. Oh no,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I gotta look that one up.
He's the one. Somebody in the comments, I think it was Rudy, was saying that he wears the meta glasses.
Oh, okay.
See, but nah, I didn't see that, Joe. Like, I don't. Did he really? Nah, it was a downflow. I seen that. Look,
I need to tune into this more
I'm
often.
gonna have to go look at that upside down furnace. Yeah.
like, well, it's because he wasn't flowing nitrogen, bro.
Causes all sorts of problems.
Yeah, that's funny.
No, but I have seen a guy here that installed a package unit reversed or something. I talked to somebody else that said that they seen that too. Can't remember who it was.
You're talking about rooftop.
A package unit, yeah, on the rooftop unit. So yeah, all the air is coming out of the return grill. So if you sit in one spot, you got a nice, a big flow of cold air hitting you right there.
Can I tell you something I found on a rooftop system one time?
No.
It was running. It was running in cool, and the belt had come off the blower, but it wasn't freezing up. It's because it was so hot in there, the air was flowing backwards through the ductwork.
Was it like pushing it? Like
pushing air down through the return.
Yes.
And it was weird.
It was that open air cavity return, huh? Or did it have a direct return?
It had one big return in the back, and the filter's obviously up on the roof. But back there in the back, they had cold air.
That's wild. Shoot.
It was in a mall.
That's wild.
Jason's like, curb adapters are overrated. I told the customer, and they're a good customer of ours, but they just don't want to pay for it again, because there was a period of time where somebody else went and installed these units, because they were trying to get in with them or something, and they probably gave it to them cheap or something. And then I get there on a call for it. It's not cooling in the summer, or it's not cold enough, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna have to get a crane out here, lift it up, and install it again, basically. So they haven't agreed or approved that.
So what is it? Just running backwards now?
It's got someone to put the ducts underneath and just swap them.
Yeah, so the ducts are basically not where they should be, because they reversed it. So now all the supply vents are return grills, and then that one return grill is all the cold air is going down there.
That's all we need.
And I was like, we just have to flip it over, but we got to get a crane, and we got to probably get a new curb adapter. I forgot what we quoted for it, because we were there for a while, but this was like This was like a couple years ago, and they still have yet
Yeah,
to
that's
want it fixed.
just lovely, just lovely.
When you get a good few strong backs up there, you can have that thing done in about 20 minutes.
No.
Bro, I'm like, yeah, we can lift this real quick. Come on, we just got to get it on there. Come on. Get those like little refrigerator straps. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get one dude on each corner, bro. You stop at the Home Depot, get enough of them cats with a 30 pack, bro. They might help you with it.
You know, one time I had a job at the post office, and they had condensers on the roof for these air handlers in the shop where they worked on vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
And my guys told me, they said the compressor shorted the ground. And they said, we're probably going to need a crane for this. And I looked up the numbers, and it was a 7.5 ton. I was like, we could probably pick up a 7.5 ton
Hell yeah.
compressor. I went and I picked up the compressor.
I had to fix it.
Do it.
I went and picked up the compressor. It's one of these great big old green.
Oh, yeah. Kurt's like, I got this, though. We can do it.
I'm like, no, I got to get a crane for this. We ain't going to try to lift that.
Get the rope right now, and we're all fucking pulling this shit up. I worked for a guy, and he did that one time. He was like, yo, we were pulling up curbs. He was like, nah, we could pull. And we did. We ended up pulling up me and we're just like, fuck it, we'll get it done. And we're like, Ray, you're an asshole. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, we got it, dog. Like, yo, if y'all knew this cat, it was a ball to work for. But yeah, we pulled up. We just threw some ropes down, tied them in, and it was easy to get it up. It was getting it over.
Yeah, that's always the hard part, dude. Because we deal with the roofs, you know, and there's the little wall there.
Yep, and you're just like, damn it.
Like, oh, you almost got it, and you got to get over that.
We can do it. We can do it. It's that like parapet wall, bro, and you're like, it's coming down. Yeah. No.
Didn't you just do some roof work?
Who's that? That was old, but that little like thing I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a couple months ago. I was clearing out my phone. I'm like, hey, I could recycle this. That was that one I did the motor for. I was like, oh, we're just gonna get him by. He's gonna change it out, and I guess I never filmed like where I had my different angles going up the thing. You saw my bag sitting on top of the condenser, like that one.
Yeah.
And Kurt was like, yeah, it was really good until I saw that bag sitting there. I was like, shut it, Kurt.
Oh my god.
Oh, speaking of bags, what are your thoughts on Vito's competition? Tito's over here, you know, stirring stuff up.
They got competition, bro. Ain't nobody got no competition with our boys. I mean, it's close enough, right? We can.
Yeah, nobody watches the show.
You think we're good?
I don't know.
Oh, well,
is it tomorrow?
It's tomorrow, bro. So
okay, the spring promo comes out tomorrow. Everybody's already freaking seen them.
Everybody's seen them, right?
Facebook.
Like,
we got a HVAC Nights exclusive.
There you go. That's all you're getting.
Have you done videos on them?
No.
Anything?
Nope. I told you. I texted you. I'm like,
that, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I ain't doing nothing. I'm like, I said, oh, let me just double check if I got an email.
That's what I did too. I had a bunch of stuff lined up, and I was like, I'll just wait, you know, until all the details are done. But yeah,
it's been
What competition is he talking about?
Oh, there's Velocity, right?
Yeah, them bastards. Are they a UK brand? Yeah, they're UK, right?
Have you seen them, Kurt? No. Copycat.
Subpar.
And then I don't know. I've seen them because of I guess people on YouTube. There was that one that I told you about, Jake, the Loadout channel or whatever it's called.
They used to do it. Yep.
And they used to do a lot of the videos like for them. And basically, like every time Vito came out with something, a little bit later, like Velocity had the same exact bag.
Mm-hmm. They did have that cool little like. They did have the removable backpack straps first.
Oh, okay.
I knew about them. There's like some random dude like Scott's tool reviews on YouTube. He's kind of annoying when I watch him because he's a data guy, but he just has velocity. He's like, oh, Vito is overrated, and this was like even before like I've been a fucking bandwagoner of Vito since day one. At first I could never afford them, and then when I got my first, it was just a rabbit hole. Went down, yada yada, the whole thing, and then Nick Bundy and Bundy Electric. He's over in the UK too. I watch him, but he's got his own line of bags over there. No, they are subpar, and apparently the way they treat their influencers is
that's
up.
right. Yeah.
So Velocity.
There was a whole drama thing that went on with Velocity and the guys that they try to have as ambassadors, and we kind of saw it or play out on Instagram. So yeah.
Wait a minute, you gotta fill me in. I don't know what you're talking about.
So they had like obviously ambassadors and shit, but there's this one guy. We'll just say he has a loadout. His video is called Loadout on YouTube, and they were a company like like a distributor, basically, right? And they had all these bags and tools and all that stuff. Well, he couldn't keep up. It went under. So Velocity or whatever bought all his product, right? But then he like owed them some money, but then they're like blackmailing him, and they took all his like what was he doing? All his videos, his
all the
reels,
content,
and recycling his shit. Like, and his stuff was really good. And I don't know what else did they say? They're like, oh well, you still owe us. Like they were just being real fucking ignorant and assholes. And the dude showed the receipts. Like they were trying to blackmail him, basically.
Yeah, they were trying to blackmail him, and then they modeled their website after his. And then all of the photos for like when they're trying to list them for sale and everything, or I think even their videos on their, I don't know, wherever they post all that stuff. If you look at it, it's all him, and he's in the videos too, and he doesn't want to be a part of it. But
apparently they said he signed over all that stuff, so that could have happened. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
But still, they're subpar. It's
a mess.
Vito's king.
And then Milwaukee has some that are looking a little similar to.
Yeah, dude. Like they really tried. Do
they really?
The pack out bags.
Check them out. It's kind of like that OT, or what is it that you had?
They did. Yeah, they have an OT one. They have a couple older ones, but they revamped them. If you just check them out, Kurt, they look solid. But
they're pack out. Yeah,
they're pack out. Yeah, but we can make our. There's
that other guy that I think I told you about, Jake, right? That swears by like the Flex. Is it Flex or Tough Built? And he was like, "Oh, the Vito one sucks."
Yeah. No, I seen a dude comment the same thing. I'm like, I mean, that's cool, bro. Like, yeah, he did. Yeah, no, yeah, because he tried to comment on the videos, and it was like, and he put his link in there. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I think that happened to me too. Yeah.
Don't come in here, bruh.
Yeah, he's trying to promote his. Oh yeah, he's trying to promote his channel because he was doing the video on that stuff. Yeah.
Bro, okay. Talk to me,
Yeah, we went down his whole like Vito rabbit hole right now.
Yeah, thanks, Teets.
Jason, the MB5B. I'm actually surprised with it because I have to ship it out to the giveaway winner, but it got sent to me first. I was like, I don't know why it got sent to me, but I got to tinker with it and try it out, and it actually holds a crap ton. I was actually surprised with it.
Yeah, it's a great bag.
Now I gotta buy another one.
Yeah, Kurt, we'll get you.
Just wait till March. We're almost there.
Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
I'm trying to remember what they're giving. Oh, the bags are nice. The ones that they're not that one, the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one's cool. You see it? Anybody who has a Facebook has seen it.
Anybody who has a Facebook? You sound like an old man.
Well, they keep posting about it. I guess the supply house has already had the flyers out.
Look at Kurt. Hey, Kurt, the camera ain't gonna move, bro. You ain't gonna see inside there.
He's trying to get in that screen there. It's a nice little pouch. I think
So
it's
when
really
we
cool.
gonna see a video on this?
Well, Jake's waiting a little bit.
Yeah, it might be a while for me, but this one's really nice. It's realistically.
I think I have a video ready for it. I need to check my.
You just go drop it tomorrow.
Wait a minute. Did you go buy all new tools just for that bag?
No, I wouldn't do that.
I was like, me? No. Jake, maybe.
These aren't all new Knipex tools. No. These ones here. As the way I'm loading this one out, it's gonna be like all the Milwaukee stuff, like the USA made, and then I got a couple like these WeHa drivers or wrenches in there. I'm like, oh, that's where those were. Like I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, so that's how. And then what's really this bag is pretty similar though to the 6-speed, right? From last year. It just has that additional like hybrid pouch on the back, which I think everybody's really gonna love out there.
Yeah, because people kept asking me or bringing that up at the AHR booth, right? They're like, oh, I love an open bag, but I need my meter on the side, or I gotta hang it off the side. And I was like, oh, I'll just wait a little bit. There's one coming. And then I told Ian, I was like, dude, they keep bringing it up. So then he actually brought it out. So I mean, they've showed it. They've shown it.
Okay, so it's been seen. Okay, so here we go.
Well, they had him there.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want anybody to see him, but we have him here.
Shit.
Now I'm gonna get a call.
I know, right? He's not watching. They
The last time you told him to watch,
I did because
he called
we need
me.
the support. We need the numbers, bro. We need, you know what I mean? Come on, share that shit.
But I gave that one to my dad because that's something that he also wanted was when he goes into a kitchen, something that'll stand up, have all the tools ready, but like where he can put a meter in the back. So there is a compartment where meters and I to me like a drill. I put my drill in there. Like there's a compartment for all that.
Yeah, it's basically it's just like an MB2 attached to the back of it or something, which is really good. You guys are gonna love it.
I'm just gonna leave that for you.
He's selling sperm. How's that here? Yeah, I mean,
wait a minute. Is that Brett?
Yep.
Don't acknowledge him.
That's Hollywood.
That's fucking humanitarian. That's who that is.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that guy. He deserves an award. He really does.
All right, guys. Do we have a time for today, or?
I mean, I got on late because I was running late, and then before everybody goes to bed,
I'm okay. My first appointment's at 9:00.
Let's go.
I was telling Kurt earlier that I was about to put all my hoodies away. You can see that I'm wearing one now, but
yeah,
it was 90 all week, and then I hadn't checked the weather because I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess our summer's here already, and then bam, 50 degrees today.
Yeah, wow. Nice, dude. It's been
really
nice. Good at the evenings. It gets down into the 60s. The mornings is the same thing, but 80s all next week. I'm like, and I just had a couple hoodies that I just put away. I'm like,
you got to bring them out.
I rock the hoodies, bro. I love the hoodies.
Dude, they're dealing with 10 feet of snow out west.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, man.
I was like, damn. Or the guys from Canada are still working in the snow too. I'm like, that I can't do that.
Yeah, right. I watched this dude. He does like this cross Canada, or not Canada, Alaska drive. I'm like, man, he's driving like 240 miles, literally nothing there, like no gas station, no restaurants, no rest stops. I'm like, and it's just snow, ice roads. I'm like, it's called Truck House Life. I don't know if you guys ever checked it out. Fun stuff. Check it out.
Oh, I started watching a fellow ambassador for Troll Clothing.
Let's go. Who we got?
See the electrician.
I'm sure I know. I don't know. I'm not on there as much. Is it they on YouTube?
Yeah.
Damn. Who is it?
It's a girl. She's an electrician. Lexi the electrician.
And any good?
Oh, she's pretty good. She's got good content.
Yeah, we've been just shouting out channels all.
Does she just do shorts or does she do regular videos? Damn, 150,000 subscribers, bruh. Damn. 3-phase panel change. Fucking 37. Okay.
I do watch electrician videos.
I suck.
haven't.
I hate electricity. I am such a sissy, bro. Like if I'm changing.
Wait. Okay, Jake, your kid has how many followers with their YouTube?
18K, 18,000. Yeah,
Damn.
I suck.
Well, Kurt has a leg up on us, but I was like, damn, she's outdoing both of us.
Yeah,
she's doing good. She's doing really good.
It's cool because you know what, man. This weekend they went out. She got her, her YouTube check and went to Lululemon. I'm like, but she realized how fast that shit goes, and she's like, I think I'm gonna be sick. You know what I mean? She's like thinking she has to return. And I was like, I know the feeling. Get used to it.
Just start posting more. Get those checks coming in.
That's exactly what I said. I said, well, now you just gotta, that's exactly what I said. There's one way you can fix this.
What's up, Brian? We got Brian in the chat.
What up, B Rye? B Rye on a B Rubin. God damn it! I'm on this.
I used to watch the electrician. Y'all know that guy? Yeah. But he's not posting much.
He's like he's really commercialized. Like he's made. I think I may be wrong. Maybe a school or like a training thing. I know because he's in Texas too. Another Texas mother. And I think he has a studio in like Connecticut or something. I saw him do like a build out of his studio. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I think it's because he'll have his son work with him too. I think.
I just don't see him doing work.
No.
So I don't watch his videos very often anymore.
Damn, we gotta get these.
So he made like a living off YouTube or something.
He's got like 500,000 or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Sounds like a couple other guys that I know.
A couple of them other guys. But this guy knows his shit.
And the others don't.
Just one guy in particular. Who are you talking about, though?
You know who I'm talking about.
Who's Mike Holt?
The one guy that
I don't know, Mike.
Sold anyway.
Yeah, true story. I don't know who Mike Holt is. Who's Mike?
Asking for Riley.
Yeah.
Paul needs to give us an obligatory sack showing.
Yeah, we need that, bro. That is our trademark. This show is nuts.
You mean go get him?
Yeah, you can bring him in. Come on, go get all three of them, Kurt. He's a hell yeah.
Hey, boy.
He's like, no, Daddy, no.
There he is.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, boy.
I wonder if they can hear.
Where was he at?
Rally for everybody.
There he is.
There you go. He's off.
Where'd he go? Back to sleep?
My wife's in the other room watching TV. He's spending time with her.
Good man. What's she watching? What's she happen to have on the tubes?
Something on Netflix.
Oh, the flicks. It's all about the flicks these days. Oh boy, I tell y'all what. There's some guys that talk about.
Oh, Brett thinks you're talking about him.
Oh no, I thought he was talking about us. I'm confused now because we talked
know.
about nothing. No, Brett, we're definitely not talking about you, bro. It's
it's something else.
No, we're done. We're done with that. That topic is over. That phase is done in my life, man. I'm moving on to bigger and better things. Who that is? It ain't me. I can't afford one of them.
You hear that?
Yeah. What, you got one of them rings?
Yeah.
Oh, you must make that good money. I basically just have one of my kids stand out there. At all times, they shift rotation, bub. You let us know somebody's coming, okay?
Just get you a Chihuahua.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah, our dogs will let us know, man. I'll tell you, it's I like this. God, that's funny.
All right, guys. You want me to close it out? We've been
Sure,
here
I'm
for
good.
over an hour.
Yeah, let's get out of here, dude. I got especially since
Brett, we'll talk to you later.
Brett's in the
We'll,
chat.
we'll
I'm
hit you
like,
up.
No, I wasn't talking about you guys. It's too late, Brett.
All right. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.
Later.
Take care.